Welcome to Veterans View. And today, our guest, we have Miss Rebecca Harris from Parks and Recreation for Phoenix City. And we're going to be talking about the Veterans Day Parade. But before we get to that, we're going to ask Rebecca to tell us something that's going on right now in Phoenix City coming up this month, before the end of this month.
Well, what's going on right now is we're getting ready for the Whitewater Classic in September. So, you know, our little office stays very busy. We're working on the tailgating aspect of the Whitewater Classic game, planning a concert and doing all kinds of fun things for that weekend. And we're also working on the Christmas parade already.
Okay.
Yes, and we have the carnival at Moon Lake and all kinds of things coming up. But one of our priorities right now is this Veterans Parade.
Okay, great. And you know, you guys are doing a great job, and hopefully we're going to start really seeing some growth within the city for all the events that you guys are putting on all the time.
We hope so.
Keeping the amphitheater pretty busy as well.
Yes, the amphitheater's been very busy this summer.
And we're very proud of that. But what I would like to venture in and get you on the show again is to talk about doing a Veterans Day rally down there.
Yes.
Just to rally the veterans, to let them know about their benefits, and to talk about their sphere of influence.
That's a great idea.
Because we need leadership, and we need some of these men and women who have served their country in great capacity, and now they're serving as bank vice presidents in different capacity in the community, and we can use some of that leadership.
Right.
So we'll schedule that for another show. Okay. But today we're going to talk about the Veterans Day Parade coming up. But the night before the Veterans Day Parade, we have the Veterans Banquet.
I heard about that.
Which is, this will be our third year, and it's great, and we have never fell under 500 people attending. And we're trying to spread it that we will get all of more veterans to come in from both sides of the river. That because the name of the organization is the Chattahoochee Valley Veterans Organization, which we cover all 11 veterans organizations from both sides of the river. The American Legion, from both sides of the river, we have the Purple Hearts, we have Triple Nickel, and just to name a few. But we are trying to grow that we may incorporate one organization out asking businesses for funds to take care of veterans. So if we can do that, and to give you an example of what I'm talking about, if we can get, say, AFLAC, and AFLAC put us in their budget and say, okay, we're going to give you $20,000 a year to run all of the veterans programs on both sides of the river, then they don't have to worry about other veterans coming to them asking them for money.
Right.
And if they do, they just tell them, hey, you need to go see Commander Davis at the Chattahoochee Valley Veterans Organization, and they will take care of your needs if it's a legitimate need.
Right.
So, but we want to get all our businesses to donate those funds to one organization so that that one organization can issue it out, because we know what veteran needs.
Right, and you can do a screening process and make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Everything is on the up and up. And of course, you know, with benefits and all that. But that's the Veterans Day Banquet. Now let's talk about the parade and how many entries, because I noticed the parade is growing at leaps and bounds. And as a couple of years ago, I was a Veteran of the Year for the American Legion for the state of Alabama. And I have to be in the Birmingham parade because that's where the celebration is. And Birmingham is one of the largest parades in the U.S.
Okay, how many units do they have, do you think?
Birmingham, the parade is 3 hours. It's 3 hours long. And the way they set the parade up is, for instance, this year, they may say, okay, American Legion is your year, so all of the American Legion's gonna go through first, gonna lead the parade off. And they'll have their flag with the American Legion on it, and ROTC unit may be carrying it or whatever. But the American Legion department commander of the state will go through first in his vehicle or her vehicle, and then followed by American Legion floats and all that. Then next may be Army unit or Reserve unit come through, then followed by them, it may be the DAV if they're next in line, and their commander, state commander, and their vehicles. Then followed by them may be another marching band from one of the universities or high schools, or ROTC unit. They just mix them in, and then they go by each service organization. So you got American Legion, DAV, Veteran of Foreign Wars, and they try to include everybody that wants to be in it. But it's a 3-hour parade. It's very long.
Well, ours is about an hour and a half. And as far as the amount of units, we had 143 units last year, which is great, but we want to have even more than that. And we want to make this the largest parade in the Southeast if possible.
Yes.
So that's why, you know, we need you to help us, and we've got different businesses all across the city that have veterans working for you. In fact, I can't think of a business in this area because of Fort Benning, and we don't have a veteran working for you just about. So what we want to do is ask the businesses here in our area to step up and put a float in, put some type of vehicle in, and put your veterans that work for you on there. We can't make this a commercial for the business, but we can say, like, Home Depot is very active with us. We can say, like, Home Depot supports our veterans and have the veterans on there. Or we can have church groups, civic organizations, the schools, any type of business that wants to be involved to represent and put their veterans that are working there, serving there, and being served from there into the parade so that everybody can be recognized, because we need all of you to help us get the word out to the veterans that we want to do this, because the whole purpose of the city's doing this parade is so that every veteran can be shown appreciation and nobody gets left out.
Well, that's great. And I think the idea of getting churches involved is great, and we need to get that done. We need to get flyers out now.
Yes.
I am always pushing the parade. You know, I'm very proud of it. I was talking to someone the other day and telling them about the parade and how we need to increase veterans' participation. And veterans, you need to understand that you can enter the parade. All it takes is filling out one little short application, which you can pick up from Parks and Recreation, or go online to Phoenix City Parks and Recreation and Columbus Parks and Recreation, right?
That's right.
And get that form and fill it out and put your vehicle in the parade and decorate it. I mean, we want you to come out and participate. And you said you mentioned Home Depot.
Yes.
Home Depot does so much for veterans.
That's right.
We can't say enough about Home Depot. I had a young lady, and just to take away from, show you what Home Depot does. I have a young lady that needed a wheelchair ramp and at a house.
Yes.
And sometimes it takes the VA longer than we want to get this, because that's the only way she can get out the house to go to the doctor. So I went to Home Depot and I told them what we needed for this particular disabled veteran, female, and they said that they would take care of it. And they asked me, did I have anybody to put the ramp in? And then we had to widen the door for the wheelchair. And I said, no, I don't, but let me look around. They said, okay. So when I came back to Home Depot, right here in Phoenix City, and asked them, they said, oh, Mr. David, we already got it done. We forgot to call you.
That's
so
wonderful.
We put the door in, widen the door out, and put the ramp in already. So we thank Home Depot. And I'm going to tell you, I encourage you veterans to go to Home Depot and spend your money, because Home Depot will come to the rescue when we need help for our disabled veterans.
That's right. We're so proud to have them in Phoenix City.
We're very proud to have them. And we talked about we need to get more of the military involved.
Yes.
We got the hospital in, I think, the last 2 years.
Yes.
They came involved. We have the Marine Corps School out there now, so we need to get them involved. And I will be working on those kind of things for you to help get these different units involved. And of course, we need to get our National Guard units in involved. So we're going to work on a lot of things to help push our parade and make it grow better. And hopefully these same people will come back for the Christmas parade.
Yes.
Because we do this, or you do this, for the community. It's something that we can be proud of and can help us come together more as Americans, showing our patriotism, and can help us grow.
Right. Well, if you are a veteran and you want to participate, if you have any kind of issues at all about getting the application, if you will call me, I'm Rebecca at the Parks and Recreation office in Phoenix City, I will make sure you get that application. We'll get you signed up somehow so you can participate in the parade. And the types of entries and floats and things that we can have, we're much more lenient in the Veterans Parade than we are for the Christmas Parade, because we want to make it easy for the veterans and their families, because we feel like the families serve as well to be able to be in the parade. So some of the things that we'll see are military vehicles, we'll see personal vehicles, we'll see motorcycles units, we'll see motorcyclists on their own. We even see people riding bicycles. We see a lot of people marching and walking. We see people on the back of trucks. We see all kinds of things, but what we want to do is have everyone stand on the sidelines and wave and say, we appreciate you. And that's something else that I really wanted to talk to our audience today about. We work very hard all year long to get the veterans in the parade. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that the community come out to the parade and see the parade and talk to the veterans, because as they're going by, they can hear you talking to them. So it is just so nice to be able to say, hey, we love you, thank you so much for what you do. And in Phoenix City, I'm being honest, we have a very poor turnout on our side.
Right.
And I think it's because everybody's going over to Broad Street in Columbus to watch it, because there's a lot of businesses open on Saturday morning. But we need our people in Phoenix City to come down to downtown Phoenix City and stand on the sidewalks there and wave to them as they go by.
And you know, that's great that you mentioned that, because maybe we can talk to some of our businesses like McDonald's and Hardee's about just giving out some free biscuits that morning around here and increasing our crowd.
Well, we can try a lot of different things, but the bottom line is making time, putting it in your family calendar and saying this is an important parade and we're going to go to it. Or you can get your church group together or your civic group together and come and stand together so that as they're riding by, they can see the people there. And you know, we get the children at the different recreational centers in the city to make signs and hold the signs up that says whatever the children feel like they want to say. Sometimes it just says thank you. One of the sweetest ones I saw last year was one that said, my mommy's in the Army.
Right, great.
Yeah, that was so sweet. And I'm proud of my daddy. Different things like that. You know, they did little red, white, and blue little decorations. We encourage people to dress up in patriotic clothes if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. We have people going up and down the parade route passing out flags. This is a great time to wave your flag, and especially with things going on in the world the way that they are, we just never know what our servicemen and women are going through right now. Exactly. And the stresses that the families are going through, because the world is so fragile right now. And so we really, really do want to encourage them and let them know how much we appreciate them.
And just talking about the parade and stuff, I want to, again, encourage the churches to put in a float and put those veterans that are in your church on that float.
Right.
And you can decorate your float with and say Vietnam era veteran, World War II, Korean, Gulf War, Afghanistan, Iraq. But either way, show those veterans in your church that you appreciate them and what they have done. And a lot of people forget that a veteran, a man and a woman who volunteers to serve in the military, or those who was drafted during Vietnam, they wrote a blank check to this country. And it says that I will go anywhere, anytime you send me to defend this country. So we want to show them that we appreciate their sacrifices that they made. And we want to give them a big hug if we can. Yes. Give them a big hug. But
and I've seen veterans that did not necessarily want to be in the parade come to and stand on the sidelines just because they wanted to participate. And you can do that if you want to.
Exactly.
We just want you to be there. And we're also planning some other things going on throughout the week in the community. And just watch your newspapers and watch the Phoenix City website and just pay attention to what's going on, because we want to invite our veterans to a lot of different things. Some of the other businesses around town will be doing things, and we'll be posting information about that too. But Leroy, I want to thank you for everything that y'all do here at the American Legion and for having me today to talk about this.
Well, you know, we are a service organization. We are the largest wartime veteran organization in the country, and our job is to serve veterans and their families first. Veterans and veteran rehabilitation first. And then our second priority is our Americanism program, which take care of our children, training them for our future to be future leaders of this country. And this not only happens here in Phoenix City or in the state of Alabama, but every state has a department of the American Legion, and we all do the same thing. And on that note, I'm leaving on Thursday, tomorrow afternoon, headed to Reno, Nevada for our convention, the American Legion National Convention. And I will be taking our Boys Nation winner. He will be going, him and his mother, and he will be on the floor of the convention speaking. And he's right here in Phoenix City, Alabama.
Yay!
And
That's
he's
exciting.
a senior at Central High School, Darius Thomas. So to show you what we're looking forward to in the future. So I'm going to have Darius on the program at a later date.
Okay.
But because his schedule is so full, but I will have him on the program so that people can see the representation that we have.
Yes,
And
that's something to be proud of.
And we're currently working on our students that's going to be 11th graders next year to get ready to send them to Boys State, Girls State, to our oratorical program so that they can win some of this scholarship money and represent us as well as Darius and Devon Lindo have done for us this year. We had 2 state winners that won the total competition.
Wow.
Devon won it in the oratorical contest, and she went on to Indianapolis to represent us in the national competition.
Wow.
She did not win it, but she made it there. So next year, she said she's going to win it. So we're looking forward to that.
We hope so.
Yeah, and Darius won Boys State, so he represented the state of Alabama. Him and another young man from Wetumpka, Alabama, whose grandmothers live here.
Wow.
And retired school teacher from Central. And anyway, but both of those guys went to Washington, D.C. and represented us, and we came back with Boys Nation president. So we're very proud of that. We're proud of the work that we do. And as I tell people, we cannot, as an American Legion, help veterans without helping the community. Veterans spend money. They help the community to grow. They buy homes, they buy cars, they buy electricity. So whatever we do is still helping the community to grow. And as I say, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Leroy.
And I look forward to having you on again because we got a lot of great things to do together.
Yes, we do. Thank you for having me. And I want to say thank you to Cable TV of East Alabama, Channel 7, Beam. They have been very active with helping us promote this parade. And Mr. Green himself is a veteran.
Right.
So he's all about supporting veterans' causes. So thank you, guys.
And I'm going to say a shout out also to Cable TV because they have been great. Without them, I would not have this program. And like they're super. Mr. Green is a veteran, and he's an honorary member of this post. So we're glad for Cable TV and their whole staff, and everybody is so friendly when you go down and talk to them.
That's right.
People don't fear. Cable TV is here. So thank you, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Veterans View.